The truth about my biggest writing regret is not that I chose the wrong niche or the wrong platform. It's that I didn't start writing for myself soon enough. And what's uncomfortable about that is I wanted to. I just thought starting was more complicated than it was. Typical me from the old days. Sound familiar? If you're a writer who keeps telling yourself, I'll start soon, stick around, because there's one thing that I'd change today that would have saved me a huge amount of time. When I first left employment, I did the sensible thing. I knew writing was my strong point, so I went straight into offering those services, ghostwriting, proofreading for clients, and it worked. I was getting paid, I was growing in confidence, it felt legitimate. And at the time, that felt like progress. And in many ways it was. But then the world changed. Budgets disappeared, projects paused, some work just stopped. Businesses began to realise they could get their writing done for nothing. And that's when I realised something important. Everything I'd built up to that point depended on somebody else saying yes. What I hadn't built was anything that was truly mine. No newsletter, no body of work, no audience I could speak to directly. Looking back, my regret isn't that I did client work. It was amazing. It opened my mind to topics and techniques that I'd never even thought of. I'll never forget the day that combined editing an interview with British Royal Sarah Ferguson about her beauty regime and the benefits of deep piled concrete foundations in the construction industry. And it turned out those two topics aren't entirely unrelated. No, the regret is that I didn't start writing for myself alongside all that. Because the earlier you start that part, the further along you are, no matter what happens. So why didn't I start sooner? Here's the honest answer. I thought starting required more clarity than I had. I didn't think I knew what to write about, how personal to be, how to turn thoughts into finished pieces, or how to put them out into the world without feeling exposed or like some kind of amateur. I assumed there was a ready version of me that I needed to become first. The truth is, that version of you only appears after you start. As I've said before, you don't prepare to be ready. It's something that evolves with practice. What I was missing wasn't talent or discipline. It was a simple starting framework. Once I understood what counted as finished, how to generate ideas on demand, and how to get those finished pieces of work out into the place where they belong, everything sped up. If I was starting again today, I wouldn't wait. I'd start writing for myself immediately, even if it felt horribly messy. Even if it sat alongside client work or whatever else I was doing, because momentum comes from clarity, not from confidence. And that's why everything I make now is designed to remove that early friction. For writers like you, my freebie new writer bundle exists because I know exactly how paralysing, how do I even start, can feel. And the £27 0 to 100 subscribers blueprint exists because once you have started, you shouldn't have to guess your way forward. Honestly, if I'd had those frameworks back then, I'd have been publishing in days, not months. If you're watching this thinking, this sounds uncomfortably familiar, there's a link to the free resource in the description. Take it, use it, ignore the rest if you want. I just don't want you paying the same time tax that I did. Regret usually isn't about doing the wrong thing. It's about not starting the right thing sooner. If this helps you begin today, then it's been worth recording. So, do you want to start writing online but you keep getting stuck? Let's get you moving. There's a link in the description, or just go straight to free.writingontheinternet.com. Cheers.